Hello, I am glad to be with you, Philippe Gilbert, author channel, and then it's to speak today about Starseed. Today, 2026, what is your mission now? Wow, what subject tonight. Starseed, what it is. Starseed, some of us think because their last incarnation, that last manifestation, were or was onto another planet or maybe onto another star. They were Arcturians, Pleiadians, Syrians, whatever. They weren't from the planet Earth. And so the reminders, the memory of their previous lives are all galactic ones. So it's very difficult for them to live onto this earth because they can't see everything that's wrong onto this earth. And they really feel it as something really bad. And sometimes they feel completely disorganized into their mind. They're not always in reaction about that. And sometimes they feel really depressed. But know one thing, we are all starseeds. We all have previous lives on other planets, on other stars. We are galactic beings, all of us. What the difference between the people who call them starseed and maybe a certain amount of us is only the fact that their galactic incarnation is very close to this one. So they doesn't fit onto the planet Earth. They can support, they can stand what's going on. And sometimes they're angry. Sometimes they're really depressed because they really see, I don't know if it's in English, or the absurdity of the things that go on, the ways politics behave, the ways the world goes, the ways the love is gone somewhere, the way people don't listen to each other, the way people haven't developed at all their psychic capabilities, and the way of healings certain parts of the world is always healing with only the allopathic medicine. And so you know that it exists a lot of other ways of healing. Looks at the Indian medicine, which is an energetic medicine. The Ayurveda is something fantastic based on natural medicaments and seeing the body as a whole, as unity of the body and mind and spirit. And that's some things that we have to, I would say, that we have to harmonize with the allopathic medicine. Yeah, both together, they can do great things. And what's about the galactics? What's about the starseeds? What is their mission in 2026? First of all, in some way, they have to assume the fact that they have decided, yes, you have decided to birth onto this planet. It's I would say, your choice of incarnation. If you saw choices to be there, don't forget that at all. At the time when you have all the choices possible, you have chosen to come by on this planet Earth. Why? Because this planet offers tremendous opportunities to grow and to bring life and love everywhere in the universe. I want to talk to you about one thing. This planet is currently in a portal of energies, which is something fantastic that's called the precession of equinoxes. You know what it is? It's a 25,700 year cycle. And we are at the end of an old one, at the beginning of a new one. That's bring to us a tremendous amount of energies to grow in spirit and mind. And that's really a luck. And that's why we have chosen to be there at this time, because of the tremendous opportunities for all the livings in all the galaxies, in all the universe. So, and starseeds have done the choice at time. And yeah, you listen to me. You have done the choice. Remember that. So it's time to take the responsibilities of your choice. And maybe as we are also, because we want to be open-hearted, really touched by the way the earth is going on sometimes, we have to accept everything that's going on as an intention of the source, an intention of the light. And so, in this way, when we begin to accept, there is no more antagonism, there is no more reaction, and so there is no more duality. There is only one thing: unity, love, harmony, understanding, and respect. Respect is a word that I use a lot right now because I see so many people doesn't respecting the others because he's not in the same at the same place into its space, its path of development that you are. And so we have to have a lot of compassion. Everybody is walking onto a hard path, of a terrestrial path, and whatever into this path of development. They have different parts into it. And we have to respect the part in which the others are, whatever's. And so when we begin to be respectful of the differences, we begin to be in harmony, we begin to be united, and we begin to delete, I would say, the duality, which is the main causes for war. If we want to stop war, we have to learn to be compassionate. We have to respect everybody, even our enemy, I would say. Yeah, that's the way it is. We have to begin ourselves to show another ways of beings, another way of behaving. So let's come back to the Starseed. Star thing, what is their mission today? What is their mission in 2026? They have ready to go into their previous life and to connect to who they are, to bring here their people, to bring here their knowledge of how to behave in community, how to teach our children how to build new houses, more ecological houses, how to find new shapes, which will be much more energy oriented, much more enlightened shapes, and also how to heal. I've been working with Galactic doctors, medicine galactics, and that's really fantastic. I know about the Mintacans. Maybe you don't know about. One day I will show you illustration about that. They come from Mintaka, and I was making a conference to about 200 people there, and I've received a message from those Mintacans Galactic that they want to make a healing to all the people who were there, and it was a bioplasmatic healings. And everybody received it in the heart because they was very confident and open to that. And you know what? 2 women came by to see me after a while, after the healing session, and they told me that they have pain into the upper part of the body since, do you hear that? Since 10 to 15 years. And they all disappear instantaneously. That was miraculous, but that's the ways Galactics doctors are doing things. And another woman was seen a video, was participate a video of me with the Mintacans medicine man, I would say, was present. She received the healing, and it did exactly the same that it did to the other women. So she got a miraculous healing coming by from galactic beings. So that's an example of what the Starseeds can bring to us. But as a way to deconstruct the world as it is, to deconstruct the matrix, they can propose to us very easily, linked to their past, to their previous life, new way of behaving, new way of connecting together, new way of organizing ourselves, new way of buildings, new shapes, new harmony, new geometries, so that our houses, our towns, our village, whatever it will be, really be the enhancers of the enlightenment. Crystal-shaped towns, crystal-shaped village, crystal-shaped houses, and organic houses. And they can help us also to communicate with all that is living, animals, plants, trees, birds, whales, turtles, dolphins, and also in the invisible world, nature spirits, galactic beings, archangels, angels, dragons. Wow, what fantastic moments. And all those galactic beings, I've been writing a lot about them. I've presented, I don't know, maybe 40 to 15 different peoples, yeah, coming from different planets and so on. I received their message and transmitted to the people who have read my French books. And also, I've been speaking with them because they work really together a lot of time. The inner earth beings, you know that I've been in Bucharest quite a lot of time. You know what's Bucharest is in France. That's a place where Mary of Magdalena has been for a while crossing into France to Britain, to Brittany. And then that's real UFO place. And I've seen from myself also, we do have a video which has been analyzed by the engineers about a space aircraft and an UFO just coming outside from the Bucharest mountain. And just the engineer said it couldn't be something terrestrial due to the speed and the way it was moving. And so we know that in this place there are engines coming on, spaceships coming on into the inner earth and just coming out at certain point of the earth. Bucharest in the south of France is one of them. As I told you, we've got a video. And so that's interesting to see how galactics and inner earth beings are really connected all together in a way, in some way, and how they do accompany all of us. Since a lot of times, galactics, I am studying sacred sites, and there are some things that can be explained in any other way. That's having a view from above. If you are looking at the Nazca lines, for example, it has been designed only to be seen from above. You understand that? And it's really, I would say, roles of the sacred sites, because the lines point to certain sacred site. There is a line which point to 17 to 20 sites, sacred sites. Yeah, that's really crazy. That can be a coincidence. That's really voluntary, and that's very interesting. And so if you speak about the ley lines, Athena, which is a ley line connecting the West Island to the Mount Carmel in Israel, that's really something fantastic, because you can see the distance which is between the two places, and it's a straight lines onto which there are a lot of sacred sites all around it. So it requires, I could say, so a great capacity in astral travel or others to maybe there is other ways going on with that. But with sacred sites and galactics influence intelligence, we can go quite a lot with that. But the main things today is to speak about starseeds and what they can bring to us. Maybe they can bring to us new ways of building sacred sites. Maybe they can explain to us what kind of technology sometimes has been used into our sacred site, so that we can enhance again and initialize and harmonize them again to their maximum potential. And so that will be a way for the earth to go into abundance again, because that's the main goal of the sacred site. So if I have for Starseed one thing to say, you have a mission for 2026. You can stay ahead. You can have pity unto yourself. You can be angry at what the earth is. You have chosen your incarnation now. So you have to help us to build this new world. And some people think that the new worlds will come by later on and that we have to wait. But it's already there. The energy of the new world, it just pours, it's just there onto this earth. And if you want to be in the new world, They're just a questions of consciousness. For me, on where am I speaking to you? It's from the new world, and so I feel my heart being really open, open to you, and I feel those new vibration, those I would say those galactic, I would say crystal vibrations coming on from this new earth and love vibration, because love it's at the basis of everything, and those that from that I am speaking to you now, and those that's a reality, and this new world that we are building right now all together, enlightened people who are a little bit more conscious than others onto the path of earth, onto the path of light, this new world that we are building currently now. This new world has made up something because it has been observed by a lot of people from the invisible worlds, the light beings, but we are also, don't never forget that, we also are light beings. So from these earthly light beings, it has been built, it has been conceived, the alliance of the new world. And it's an alliance of all the light beings, the angels, archangels, dragons, Elohim, Melchizedek. And you do have the 24 elders also, and you do have the people from the Arthurian, Syrian people, and so many people from this galaxy and from other galaxies, others. So that's really fantastic. All of us are participating to this alliance because they do feel that the information that we give into them by our evolution is an information that will help enhance all the vibratory qualities of the universe. And that's what I am feeling right now, because the quantum physics has proven that what we are doing right now is not submitted to time and space. So it goes everywhere and it transforms right now everything. So for Starseeds listening to us, do you want to be a part of that? Do you want now? Do you realize what your mission is in 2026? And you're welcome to do it because you have the capabilities to do it. You can really help us in this process of bringing to life this new world in every part of the civilization. And so that your mission just so connect to your so closed galactic life and bring to us all the technology, the behaviors, the way of listening, the way of building, the way of transforming, the way of healing that you have known, and then and of which you still have the memories because they are just under your skin. You don't have so much to do to get them at the surface, and that's what we want you to emanate right now to build this new world. So if you did like it, if you want to continue with me, I'd be glad. Don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel. I am Philippe Gilbert. I am a French author, which will be currently traduced and published in the United States on October 5, 2026. So this year's just before Christmas time for one of my first books, but hopefully the other ones will follow quite pretty soon also thereafter. If you help me, that will be a book about the galactic and extraterrestrial one, but whatever, we'll explore together this world before the books will come out, and also we'll explore the sacred sites. And as for, just for information, because mostly it will be for French people, I don't know exactly, but I am organizing a travel into Mexico for 11 days into all the sacred side from the Temple of the Moon and Sun and Chichen Itza, Cali, and so many. And even so, in the Senate, we will have a Mayan ceremony and so on. So with my wife, who is woman medicine, really, yeah, so that will be a fantastic travel. So whatever, my universe is really huge because that's maybe 50 years that I am in it. So what I am transmitting now to you, yeah, it's worth a lot and it change your life, because if you accept to be who you really are, your universe all around you, your vibration, your frequency will change completely. And then once your vibration, your frequency change, your world will be built onto this frequency. So the people you met, the circumstances that will come by to you, the opportunities that will come by to you, you can imagine what it will be. It's marvelous. It's like being a child. You don't know what will arrive on tomorrow. And that's really fantastic. So just behave, be yourself, change your frequencies, enlighten yourself, enlighten people. Go on, accept to be who you are. In reality, you can find it into your heart, you can find it into your cells, you can find it into your eternal beings, what's called the source beings, the one that's your real one. Just go through and leave the veils that's that maybe limits you and don't give you any access to it. Just leave the veils, go the ways, and accept to be joyful, happy, and well in your destiny. See you then, pretty soon. I will see you then. Bye bye.